Today on CWN, it is Teachers Appreciation Week.
And Mrs. Johnson's Another Lab.
I'm Brandon.
And I'm William.
And today is Tuesday, May 6, 2025.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the pledge to the Texas flag.
The Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Attention all teachers, during your lunch period, stop by the Teachers Lounge to grab a quick treat. They're having a make-your-own brownie sundae station open to all teachers for Teachers Appreciation Week.
As this week is Teachers Appreciation Week, we caught up with a few of the freshmen to tell us what their favorite teacher is and what impact they've had on their lives.
Hey cats, it's Ella. I'm going to be interviewing some freshmen today about Teacher Appreciation Week. Kylie, who's your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher is Miss Acosta because she's really nice.
Morgan, who's your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher is Miss Perales because she helps us with our work and she's nice to us.
Bethany, who's your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher is Mr. Moore because he makes learning really fun.
Blake, who's your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher is Coach Ashburn because he's funny and he's chill.
That's all. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week and back to the studio.
Continuing on appreciation for our teachers, the sophomores are here to talk about our lovely teachers on campus. Let's take it over to them now.
Hey Wildcats, today I'm here with Summer, and can you tell me who your favorite teacher is?
Yes, my favorite teacher is Mr. Rourke.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Lakin, and my favorite teacher is Miss Johns.
Following up on Teachers Appreciation Week, some of the juniors are here to talk about their favorite teachers and what made them the best.
Hey Kat, today we're going to be going around and interviewing juniors to see which teachers they appreciate the most.
Hi, my name is Inni Ogundiminega, and 3 teachers I appreciate are Miss Johns, Miss Compton, and Miss Duke. Thank you for all that you do.
Hi, my name is Robert Alejandro. 3 teachers I appreciate the most would be Miss Compton, Coach Lamb, and Coach Chapman. Thank you.
I'm Braylon Bailey, and I appreciate Miss Vincent, Miss Thomas, and Miss Dietrich. Thank you for all that y'all do.
Hi, my name is Jackson Solis, and 4 teachers I appreciate are Coach Lamb, Mr. Rourke, Mr. Luby, and Mrs. Johns.
Since it is Teachers Appreciation Week, we asked a couple of our seniors about their favorite teachers and why they appreciate them. Let's send it over to them now.
Hey cats, I'm Daniel, and today we interviewed 4 seniors about a teacher they appreciate.
My favorite teacher, or the one that I appreciate the most, is Miss Acosta because she put up with me for 3 years of math, so I appreciate her very much.
I appreciate Ms. Vincent and Ms. Dietrich because they were there for me throughout the entire year and through my whole high school journey.
Teacher I appreciate the most is Coach Perez, even though she's not one of my teachers. She's a great coach to me, and I love her.
I appreciate all of my teachers, but a couple stand out in mind. Miss Thomas, she was my geometry teacher and my pre-calculus teacher, and Miss Johns, because they both have been just so understanding and just helping me learn so much, and just great teachers overall that really stick in my mind.
Thank you, seniors. We appreciate every teacher that contributes to Calallen. That'll be all from us. Back to the studio.
Robotics just recently participated in Buck Days last weekend, and they seem to have a lot of fun. Let's send it over to Mr. Eason now to see what all they did that day.
Good morning, cats. I'm here with Mr. Eason. Mr. Eason, you had your Buck Days competition, and I see that you brought some stuff home. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Buck Days competition, part of the robotics rodeo that they've been doing for the past couple of years. I love that they do this STEM expo as part of the Buck Days because, that gets some technical stuff going on alongside the rodeo, the carnival, which, if you look at all the carnival rides, a lot of that stuff uses, the same principles that we apply actually to the bots and stuff. it's a huge amount of fun. It's a really low stress environment because there's no advancement. There's nowhere to go from there. So it's just a off-season event for us to go and enjoy. Plus, we get to see all the Buck Day stuff going on. So I brought our 2 teams, Ninja Nerds and Nano Knights. And as you can see, we brought some stuff home with us. So we did really well. I'm really proud of the teams. Our Nano Knights and their bot Angler over here, their final iterations, as you can see, competed really well. They weren't the last ones at the competition, which is always good. A lot of these teams come from like Austin, San Antonio. There was even one team that came from Mexico, and their bot actually got stuck in customs. So it was a really, really beautiful thing for the Gulf Coast because all of the coaches got together and said, okay, what parts do we have that we can put a robot together for them to compete once they show up? And so there were multiple teams that said, I have this, I have this, I have this. So they just put it together, and when they showed up, they got to still compete. And I thought that was a really awesome thing for us to really show that Gulf Coast camaraderie. And our engine nerds, 13744, they did amazing. Shout out to team captain Remington Reed. But he's done a lot of work designing the bot, programming the bot, and they ended up 4th overall out of 39 teams. They ended up making it to the finals, doing really well. Before the finals, they actually had the event high score, them and another alliance of 241. But by the end, there was teams going 300 plus. So, we did a really good job. And they ended up taking home the 2nd place Robotics Rodeo Excellence in the Robot Design Award, which netted us a $250 check to put towards next year. So I'm really proud of them, really excited for what we're going to be able to do next year, since this year we've got only a few seniors, so a lot of people are coming back, and we're going to come back next year in full force. I'm excited for it.
Well, that sounds amazing, sir. Congratulations. Let's turn it back to our studio.
Coach Ashburn just got some new maps for his classroom, and it sounds super interesting. Cody spoke with Coach for more. Let's send it over to them right now.
Good morning, Cal. I'm here with Coach Ashburn. Can you tell me about the new maps?
Yeah, Mr. Scarborough went and commandeered a whole bunch of old National Geographics, and they have all these older maps, and I'm like back even from the 60s of wherever they're from. We have maps of the Mayan civilization, geomorphology, which is plate tectonics, all sorts of other things from all over the world. It's really interesting because these maps are, they're dated, and things have changed since then. So we've been looking through those and picked up a bunch of those and share with the students. It's a good way to learn what geography used to be like to what it is today.
Thank you. Now back to the studio.
And finally, what's Calallen News without a John's Lab? Let's send it over to her right now to see what all they've been doing.
Hey guys, I'm Hunter. I'm here with Ms. Johns. So Ms. Johns, we heard that you had a lab going on in your chemistry class. Can you tell us all about that?
Sure. It was a 2-day lab. We were doing lots of different reactions. Our final unit in pre-AP Chem is all about chemical reactions, kind of pulls everything together. And one of the things we were learning about were types of reactions, and then within that is a subset of what's called a redox reaction, where one element gets reduced, which means it gains electrons, and one element loses electrons, which is called oxidation. And 4 of the 5 types we learned can do that: synthesis, decomposition, single replacement, and combustion. So what we've been doing for the last 2 days is examples of at least one of those types, so they can kind of see it, and then they're going to go through and answer questions about what they saw and how everything worked. So I did 2 demos because they're kind of explosive. And it's crazy. So we did it in the vent hood with the blast shield, thank goodness, because we did have some explosions that happened in class, but no one got hurt, so that's a great thing. One of them, we decomposed potassium chlorate under high heat, which produces a lot of oxygen gas, and it was really, really hot. And then we took a gummy bear, which is full of sugar, and you drop the gummy bear into that mixture, and it pretty much just combusts the sugar. So it kind of smells like burned sugar in the room after that happens. And then and then I did sodium and water. It's a very violent reaction that takes place, and And I think y'all were here the day the one that exploded. I had 2 beakers explode yesterday, and one of them happened to happen in the second period. That happened. But we were behind the blast shield. No one got hurt, so yay for that. And then what they got to do is they did magnesium. They burned magnesium, which makes a very bright light. And so that actually can count as 2 reactions. It's synthesis and combustion. And then they did a single replacement where they were able to collect hydrogen gas and then light that hydrogen gas, and they heard a lot of really loud noises yesterday. And the last one they did was yesterday was with ethanol, and they would cover it and kind of see that O2 has to be present for that reaction to take place, because without it, fire doesn't go. And so you can't burn ethanol if you don't have O2 present. And then today we finished up with the hydrogen peroxide decomposition of that. And so what they were supposed to see at first, it didn't really do anything. We were learning about reaction rates, and then we add a catalyst, which changes the pathway for that reaction. And when that happened, as soon as it happened, you see the foam, and because you put soap in it, so it captures all the O2 gas. But they had to glove up really well today, because 30% hydrogen peroxide is pretty hard on our skin, and goggles and all those things, because we got to be safe. But otherwise, it was a fun day. Hopefully they learned a lot, got to see a lot of different chemical reactions taking place, and it was fun. Helps them maybe down the road when they go off to college.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Ms. Johns. That's it from us. Now back to the studio.
Now let's send it over to Emma for Wildcat Media after a quick break from our sponsor.
Do you get hungry in the morning? Do you crave a good place to eat breakfast? Stop by Sonic for an excellent section of breakfast items, like the hefty breakfast toasters, the solid breakfast burritos, or the fan favorite, the French toast sticks.
This is How You Sonic.
Thank you, anchors, and welcome back to Wildcat Media. Wildcat Media is sponsored by Sonic, America's Drive-In. Your books will be available during lunch today, so if you bought one, make sure to go pick it up from Miss Luby's room, and don't forget to start getting it signed. We now have 9 school days left, seniors, and you can still pay for one if you haven't yet. Now that's all for media. Back to the anchors.
Thank you, Emma.
We're at the end and we're ready for some fun giveaways. If you don't know, Coach Lamb is retiring. You're getting rid of all of his freebies. If you know the answer, email CalallenTV at gmail.com. Let's send it back to Emma to see what today's trivia question is.
For our first trivia question, who wrote Common Sense in 1776? Once again, email CalallenTV at gmail.com for a chance to win. For our latest winner, we would like to congratulate Miss Cash. We will send a crew down to your door for your prize. Now let's take it back to the anchors.
Thank you, Emma.
Now let's send it to Maddie with the rundown of sports after this short break.
Hey Cats, it's just a friendly reminder for Project Graduation. It's May 22nd, Thursday, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Make sure y'all get y'all's tickets. They're $25 before May 9th. Stop by Ms. Cantu in the counselor's office to pick that up. That's all from us. Back to the studio.
Thank you, anchors, and good morning, Wildcats. Calallen Wildcat Sports is brought to you by Southern Charm Home Cooking. Our softball girls had some amazing games recently against Needville, winning both of them. Congratulations, girls. Let's send it over to Jordan Thibodeau for some more information on that.
Hey Cats, I'm here with Jordan. So you'll have round 3 of playoffs this week. Who and where will y'all be playing?
We play at 3 Rivers at 6 o'clock, and we play against Davenport.
And where will y'all be playing next if y'all win?
We don't know where we play next, but if we win, we will move on to round 4 because we only play 1 game.
Well, good luck to y'all. Thank you. Back to the studio.
And baseball has a game this Friday at home against El Campo, so be sure to wish any of our baseball players the best of luck on that. And that's the latest on Calallen Sports. Now back to the anchors.
Thank you, Maddie.
Now it's time for your local weather forecast with James right after this short break.
Hey Cats, it's Quinn. I'm here to tell you that we're having Senior Awards Night on May 14th at 6 p.m. in the CHS Auditorium. There you will get your scholarships and cords and such, and other awards that you've earned through the years. I hope you guys go, have fun, be safe, and back to you.
Thank you, anchors, and good morning, Wildcats. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Baytech Robinson Families. While it might not be raining here, everybody, it's going to be raining northeast of us. And unfortunately, we're going to be seeing some extremely hot temperatures because of all the humidity flowing up into the northeasterly areas of our region. Currently, temperatures at 88 degrees, already feeling like 99. Winds out of the south at 19 miles per hour, and 15% chance of rain with partly cloudy skies. Looking on the Doppler radar, of course, not much on that on there, we do have a small craft advisory for coastal waters, but that wind simply will not provide any relief from the humidity today. We are actually under a very low risk for some heavy thunderstorms for today and tonight, though the main risk is going to be up towards the northeast, generally northwest of Houston. And of course, with that humidity flowing in, heat indices are going to breach the 100 mark. If they haven't already, they will very shortly, with maximum temperatures 90 to 95, heat indices potentially 10 degrees warmer today and this afternoon across the entirety of the coastal bend, and it's going to feel warmer, of course, as you head further inland. On to your 2 to 10, of course, for the first time this calendar year, I believe we have temperatures up above 100 degrees, even though the actual temperature is only just going to get to 90. Heat indices could potentially reach 105 across most of the coastal bend, and even by 10 p.m., it's going to feel close to 90 degrees. Those winds, of course, out of the south and southeast, not going to really do much to provide any sort of comfort for these conditions, but there is going to be some sort of savior tomorrow, with thunderstorms expected to reach the region, as well as rain on Wednesday as well. Ignore the dates down at the bottom. Those are incorrect. These days are Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Temperatures actually going to be at their lowest on Wednesday with 81, but still feeling like 87. Before on Friday, everything clearing out, as well as that humidity. Temperatures at about 90 degrees, but it's going to feel like 90 instead of 110. Winds generally out of the north and northeast as well. And on to your important dates. Senior Awards Night, May 14th. That is in 8 days, just over a week. And the seniors' last day, just under 2 weeks. Graduation, 16 days. Memorial Day in 20. And the last day of the 2024-2025 school year in only 23 days, just over 3 weeks away. With that, let's take it back to the anchors.
Thank you, James.
And that's all of your announcements for today, but now it's time for your joke of the day. So guys, what month do people sleep the least?
I don't know, Brendan. What month?
February, because it only has 28 days.
For all you social people out there, make sure you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at Calallen TV for all the latest updates. Also subscribe to us here on YouTube to catch up all of our latest videos.
And as always, stay classy, Calallen.